Hey everybody, before we get going, I just need to give a big thank you to Sinnis Motorcycles for lending me these machines to bring you some videos and an honest review, and also a massive thanks to Bikesure for supplying cover to me while I've got these bikes and allowing me to bring the videos to you. Bikesure look to cover individuals, so it doesn't matter if your bike is completely normal or totally crazy, they will be able to supply cover for you. There is a link in the description below where you can get in contact with them. Thank you very much to them for supplying the cover, as I say, and let's get on with the video. Hey everybody, hope you're all doing all right out there. As I've got the new Sinnis SM-R 125cc Enduro and the SM-R 125cc Supermoto, I thought, why don't I do a side-by-side comparison to maybe help you make your mind up between the two if you're looking to purchase one of these bikes. And also see if I can answer a question, because in reality, these bikes are identical. There is no difference between them, other than this one has got a 21-inch front wheel and an 18 rear, and this is on 17s. I think, from what I've seen so far, it would be possible to buy an SM and stick these wheels on it so you could have a second set of wheels to go off-roading on it. That would be brilliant. As I say, I've looked at the bike and I can see nothing that would make me think you couldn't do that. So I'm going to do a quick bit of measuring and see if that's confirmed. The things we need to know is the width between the forks as to whether the wheel will fit in, although that's normally corrected with spacers, and well, they actually have very similar looking spacers. It also depends on the size of the brake disc, because obviously that's got to fit into the caliper, which hopefully is in the same position on both. We will see. Right, so the first thing I want to do is, let's measure the width. I'm going to do this fork guard to fork guard just to give a ballpark, because I'm pretty sure these will be identical. So it's 14 centimetres on the other one between the plastics of the fork guards. I'm using this as a ballpark guess, and that's coming up as 14. So the width seems to be the same, so that's good. Brake disc. That's the same brake disc. Sprockets, they look identical. Swing arms, let's just check on the rear. Okay, from all the measurements I've just done, I see no reason that that tyre wouldn't fit straight onto the front of this. Now, ideally, what you'd want to do, if you were going to get two sets of wheels, is have a set of wheels with their own set of brake discs and their own set of brake pads, because brake pads and brake discs mate to each other. And if you switch between the two, you're going to have no brakes for a while, you get uneven wear on the pads, it's not good to do. So ideally, what you'd need is wheels, tyres, brake discs, sprocket on the rear again, because you don't want to mix up. Yeah, you don't want to take it off, but you shouldn't really mix chains and different sprockets too much, but I think you could get away with it for that one. You might need different spacers, but I reckon it's possible, and I'm trying to get an answer from Sinnis, and they haven't actually answered me yet. Hopefully, if they have, by this point, I can say that their response was, or they haven't responded because they're not sure, because they've not tried. I could do it myself, I suppose, but I'm not about to start taking these bikes. But hang on, I'm not sure I've got the stance to do front wheel off of two of them. I might. Let's not go down that road. Even the rear discs looks the same size, the brake calipers looks the same, the distance looks the same, there's no extra bracketry. And that all makes sense because it makes the end product cheaper. So that's a 14.8 brake horsepower engine with 6 gears and water cooling, made by Hyosung. I'm not sure which way to say that. The exhaust system looks stainless. And I will note it's got a hole here as if you could remove a baffle, but the baffle is not removable, it's all sort of welded in. Both of them feature this double fender where you can see the top one more clearly, but they've actually added a more functional lower down one to help protect the radiator. There you go, there's a view of the radiator. Hopefully you can actually see that, it's so bright today. So yeah, basically this is the only difference, 17 inch, 21, 18. I haven't actually made my mind up yet which one of these I prefer, and it's an interesting thing to do now just on the back of what I recently reviewed, because I was just reviewing some electric Supermoto style bikes, a Zero FXE, which is like a Supermoto, 17-inch rims, and the Zero FX, which has got 21-inch 18 setup just like this. Normally, I am all about 17-inch rims Supermoto because I do most of my riding on the road, and you know the 21 is really set up for off-road. On the electrics, I actually went for the Enduro as the one I would choose. Whether I'm going to do that with this, I don't know yet. It makes a difference to the geometry. As I've already said, these are surprisingly raked out. I say already said, in previous videos I've done a first ride on this bike and a first ride on this bike. In fact, by this point, I've probably also done a couple of other videos on them. So when it comes down to you picking what you're going to get, I mean, if you don't ever do any off-roading, you know, go for the Supermoto, I'd say, because it's better set up with the right sort of tyres. You don't have such good grip on tarmac, especially wet tarmac with knobbly tyres like this. So as I say, if you're not going to utilise it off-road, I would say go for this one, it would be better. But if you want the option to do it, you can go for this one. Or, as I say, if my plan works out, you can go for either of them and just buy the opposite wheels. I was obviously talking about trying to fit these onto here, but I'm vice versa. Those should fit onto there. That's really cool. I don't know if Sinnis has ever considered doing, if this works out, if you can do this, if they've ever considered doing like a package where you get the wheels, the brake disc, the sprocket and stuff so you can switch it over. Just a thought, pie in the sky. But yeah, I think that's probably all you need to know in this video. I will obviously have a full review on each bike when it comes to the end of the time I've had these, and I'll go over all the details, the pros and the cons and everything, and then by that point I should know which one I prefer. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. If you'd like to help support this channel, please consider doing that through Patreon. You get access to my Discord, you get videos early, you get your name at the end of the video, all of that for as little as $1 a month. And of course, a huge thanks to my active patrons. Catch you next time. I'm now going to go in the cold because it's hot, really hot.